Then I work for different restaurant, and it is very difficult to run a Japanese restaurant because I only work in a Japanese restaurant. I don't have any experience of any Indian or Chinese or anything. So it is very hard. And first I work to Mumbai, Tetsuma, and I have find out very difficult to get the product, ingredients. So I was searching of my way, how can I come up? So at last I found out this Palkit Impacts is the importer of all Japanese product from Japan. Then I talked with the owners, and I even went to Japan and see the product, because we cannot just simply buy from the market and say that this is a Japanese food and this is the sauces, everything, without seeing myself. First I have to see with my eyes and experience that only I did it. So I went to Japan, then I see everything, oh, it is real from Japan and it is the sources from Japan. Then I have agreed with him and start the Kofuku, this Japanese restaurant. So this kind of sauces and product is so difficult in India. So for the Japanese chef, it is very, very difficult to run.
Thank you so much, James. An ideal formula for a fine dining restaurant, as we see it within the Oberoi group, is keeping the menu small, very relevant to the kind of market you want to cater to. Keep signature dishes where your fine dining restaurant will be known for. If you open a fine dining restaurant and you don't have 10 signature dishes where you put your passion, your heart, your commitment, your talent pooled behind, your restaurant will not be a success. The third most important thing is we always neglect ingredients, because we always blame it on the government, we always blame it on the supply chain. If you have the passion and the commitment, you will get that ingredient into your kitchen by hook or by crook. And that is what differentiates an Indian chef from a foreign Michelin star chef. In Europe, all over the world, a chef strives to get that ingredient of the quality he wants. Because at the end of the day, a chef just converts that good ingredient to something innovative on a plate. So if you don't start with a basic good quality ingredient, you can never get into fine dining food. The other formula where we researched a lot was today, fine dining food is also quite quick. With the advent of mobile phones, we see conversation in fine dining restaurant has drastically reduced. Yesterday I was watching a honeymoon couple. They were, instead of talking over dinner, they were busy doing Facebook updates on their status. The honeymoon couples don't even talk. I mean, whatever happened the night before is a different story, but that's how restaurants are today. So portion size small, in the first 2 bites you really have to win the customer over. Otherwise the customer's bored. He's looking at his mobile phone half the time. On an average, during a 1-hour meal period, a guest between the age of 30 to 40 looks at his mobile phone 4 times. Okay, so you really have to make the food so good that he doesn't need to look at his mobile phone.
Yeah, like not just the food, I would say like the whole experience of dining.
True.
It should be like so dramatic that you should be waiting for the next course to come. Once you order like have a 9 course, but yeah, a 7 course or a 5 course meal, it should be so interesting that, when you go to these Michelin star restaurants, you always wait for what's coming up next, And you're excited because so many things are so innovative, and that's how like you get inspired, like doing good stuff. I mean, that's food, isn't it? True. And 2 bites, I would say in 2 bites, your 1 course gets over. That's fine dine.
True. Paul, my next question to you. You opened a couple of restaurants, Thai restaurants look good. Bombay is by far the most experimental market today. What are the trends in terms of fine dining which you really see that a city like, a maximum city like Bombay would really enjoy in the years to come? 2 or 3 fine dining concepts where you think it'll really work.
I think the concept of fine dine all over India and all over the world is slightly changing. you don't have those nose up in the air kind of food and service anymore. Food and service is slightly more relaxed. That's why you have different restaurateurs coming up with different formats. If you see Indigo, they have a cafe, a deli model. So does AD Singh's company. So I think the real challenge now in the current scenario is to give good food at a good value for money, but in a perfect setting, in good ambience and in good service. So in times to come, you really are going to see formats like cafes, delis, bistros, really coming up in a bigger way. And the portion sizes are going to be slightly smaller maybe in some cases, but the price quotient is what will determine the success of such restaurants, according to me.